This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Oh, let it shine.
Hello everybody! You've made it to day 6. And that means that you only have one more day of this intense emotional workout challenge that I've been putting you through. That being said, I am just so glad that you have found your way this far. I've tried to make it as easy as possible so that you too could invite a friend, a family member, whatever, however, because I wanted you to be able to inspire others. Again, our mission here was to not only improve ourselves, but to make friends and change the world. Because by changing your world, you're being the light that you wish to see in the darkness that surrounds us so often. So I am proud of you for being that light. I'm proud of you for waking up and shining on with me so far every day this week. If you had to take a little break, I understand because there's a lot of emotions being processed. That being said, if you're just seeing this, there's a whole series of these videos available for you that covers the whole chakra system, or there will be after tomorrow. And they are available on my Facebook, my YouTube, wherever. And I've been putting my heart and soul into them, and so have you. I've been seeing comments, I've been seeing interaction, I've been seeing friendships blossoming. Thank you. Thank you for showing up. It always makes my heart feel so full of gratitude, and I have been feeling glorious if you haven't seen my post yesterday, because I was just posting about how great it has been feeling to process all of this and to be able to be here and offer this for all of you. That being said, I've been putting my heart and soul into this, and I want to talk about souls for a minute. The next 2 days, we're going to be really talking about some kind of woo-woo things here. Stuff people sometimes roll their eyes at me for, and some people are really into it. So before we dive really deep into it, let me start by saying that I am someone who practices many religions, and I find truth in many different spiritual paths, and my path is driven by love and connection. I grew up in a Christian home. I had many Catholic friends and family. I've participated in many different spiritual rituals with shamen and priestesses and beyond. I'm very open in my spiritual path. It's not set by anyone's rules but me, and that's how it should be for you as well. So, that being said, I have seen and believe in some things that can't yet be proven with hard facts. But I can tell you with all of the power within me that I just know and I feel certain things, and I know that it wouldn't be possible for me as a soul to know these things unless I have lived before in some sort of shape or form or energy, be it through past lifetimes, other timelines, whatever. There's so many different options. Again, nothing is proven in hard facts, but sometimes we just know things. And one thing that is very common is that sixth sense discussion. We all get those feelings, those vibrations or those visions or those dreams or those, you feel it in your soul that there's something with that message. I'm sure many of you do, and that's also why you were drawn here on this journey with me, because I work really closely with the universe. I ask for what I need, and that includes you and who I work with. I asked the universe for you because my intuition told me exactly the kind of person that I wanted to reach and how to do it. So when I went into meditation, I asked the universe to guide you. Maybe not you by name, but you by your spirit and your soul, to guide you here to be with me. People that would take this journey seriously and that it would help and change their lives. So I intuitively followed my message of what the universe wanted me to do, and I then asked it in return to send me you if I followed its divine path. And here you are. We're doing the things together. I love it. That being said, not only do I believe in past lives, I also believe that the universe wants us to believe in ourselves, and it gives us a mission. And the universe also wants us to communicate with it as much as it wants to communicate with us. That is our intuition. You see, I'm using the term I believe a lot in this video and with the third eye and crown chakras because they're different for everyone. I mean, all the chakras are different for everyone, but these are ones that really hit some strings sometimes because religion comes into play and life and death comes into play and what comes after the afterlife and what is the spirit or God that you speak of. Well, we all have different definitions. So I'm going to try to be as open to all opportunities and discussions here for you. But for me, the third eye is that inner voice of just knowing and guidance. And it works closely with my crown chakra, which we're going to talk about tomorrow. My crown governs the connection to the universe just a little deeper. So I want to talk about that as well as dreams tomorrow. We're going to talk about dreams tomorrow because though they are very intertwined with the intuition, I want to be able to keep this video a little short and sweet for you. Today, I want to talk about the vibrations we get, the frequencies, the messages, and those ones that you just know you should follow. And oftentimes, many of us fight those messages and are like, why didn't I just listen to that voice inside my head trying to guide me? Because we're stubborn. We're very stubborn. We are sometimes just afraid to let the universe guide us because sometimes it pushes us. Some of us live in fear. Hopefully lived in fear because that's what we're working on here. We're working on allowing the universe to really guide us as we feel more balanced in ourselves and our mission. Sometimes we don't want to listen to the voice inside our heads that is guiding us because it's pushing us too far and we have to face if we give it up to the universe to guide us. Sometimes we have to be a little stronger than we want. Sometimes we have to show up a little bit more than we want. Sometimes we have to say things that are hard to say. But that's because the universe has big dreams and goals for all of us, and it gives us the opportunity to live and to learn through experience. So here, in the third eye chakra, right in the middle of your head, you know, that eye that people like to wear sometimes, this is your inner voice, your thoughts, or your connections. It's also connected to your ears. So your ears work closely with your throat chakra and your third eye because it's how you hear and communicate your inner and outer worlds and connect it to your physical and spiritual. And we've been chatting a lot about how we take in information. Some of us are visual, others auditory, hands-on, etc. Well, our sixth sense or our third eye, they work different for different people as well. We base the way we take in our spiritual messages through our different senses. And you may have a variety of them, not just one. So there's seeing, there's hearing, there's feeling, there's smelling, there's tasting, there's touching. Well, in the psychic terms, these are translated to clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, clairsent, clairtangency, and clairgustance. Sometimes there's also these gifts of clairempathy. We talked about empathy earlier. And clairchanneling, or just channeling. It's when you fully take on a spiritual entity and channel a message like an angel or a person that's passed, or there's all different kinds of channeling. I'm somebody who has channeled. Sometimes I feel like I'm channeling here with you because I'm like, wow, I said that. I was able to channel that message from spirit so fluidly so that it made sense to you. So these messages aren't all just for me. I can't take credit from this. This is stuff that the spirit has taught me and guided me to share with you. And I've learned it through books and people and a variety of different things. But to be able to say this also clearly with you, I'm in a way channeling the message that needs to be heard for you whenever, wherever you're listening. That being said, clairvoyance is using your inner sight. Maybe you see messages from spirit. Sometimes I just get this like visual in my mind of things that I need to say or that will happen, and it's just very clear. It's like clear as day. I do this also with things that happened in the past. It's like a clairvoyant recall. I think that clairvoyance also includes signs and things that happen in physical sight too. Sometimes I see animals or flowers or butterflies, and I just know that spirit's talking to me. Maybe it's the Great Spirit or God, the universe, or maybe it's my ancestral and family spirits talking to me. Deer represent my grandfather. Cardinals represent my grandmother and mother. Butterflies represent my other aunt and some other family members. And I can feel it. So that comes into clairsentience, which we'll talk about in a second. But not only that, it's our channel through thought. It's how we communicate to our spirit family. So those that have passed is also through our, whatever our third eye chakra however you channel, with whatever clair is the most dominant for you, clairsentience, audience, so on. Some of us are also really connected to numbers in numerology. Where are my 1111 seekers at? Who is it out there that gets really excited or feels an extra jolt of high vibes when you see a double or triple digit? That's why I like the 555 and the 444. And today you can give me a number. I actually don't mind 666. People like to connect that with the devil, but to me, I connect it to my sixth sense. And it's actually a beautiful angel number if you're into angel numbers. I personally like to think that numbers are a way that angels communicate with me, because I've made a pact with spirit saying that that's how I like to receive messages. So you can tell spirit how you want to communicate, and we're going to do that later today. I like to receive messages through numbers and symbols in certain animals, so I tell spirit when I see those animals, I take that as a sign from the universe that that's what's speaking to me. So tell it how you would like to receive messages. Some of us are also clairaudient. That means that you hear things. Yes, sometimes that might mean you hear voices, but it also may mean that you hear a crash before it happens. You might hear water dripping or something scratching, or maybe somebody will come into your life and confirm a message that you've been thinking about in your mind, and then the discussion confirms it like instantly, or you say a person's name and they appear or something like that. That's kind of clairaudience as well. Also music. I have a lot of signs that come to me through music. When my grandma was passing away, there was a very specific song that I connected to her. And when I would get sad, it didn't matter what radio station I was on. And even one time I had the radio come on and it wasn't even on, just to play this song. And I knew that that was her way of connecting and telling me she was there. Another song that I really love, other than This Little Light of Mine, is You Are My Sunshine. I used to have a music box. And it was something that my mom had given my grandma or something along those lines. And when I would pass it and I was having a really hard day, there were days it would just play out of nowhere. No one's turned the little digger on it. No one made it play. It hadn't been touched in months, sometimes years, and then all of a sudden it would just play. And I would just start crying because I just felt that intense connection that somehow spirit channeled through to the physical world to give me a message. And that's what your third eye chakra is about. Clairscent is the ability to smell things. Sometimes you may still get a whiff of something. I get a whiff of my grandma's perfume every now and then. That's clairscent. Clairsentience is a feeling. It's the feeling of that light feeling of someone rubbing against your shoulder, or a feather falling, or something like that. Sometimes it's just the feeling of touch. Sometimes you might get an ache or a pain and you know it's not yours and it's someone in your family's, and that's clairsentience. There's also clairgustance, which isn't talked about as much, and that's when you get a sense of taste that isn't really there but are relevant to a message you need to receive. And then another one not often talked about is clairtangitory, and that's when you touch something and you get a memory or a message from it. That one's been used in a lot of movies and things, and it's something we don't think about or talk about enough in spiritual teachings. Is objects hold energy, they hold vibrations, they hold memories. It's part of their atom structure. That's why we have good luck objects, but that's also why certain clothes can hold angst. So if you've been having a really bad day and you wear that same shirt over and over and you keep having bad luck, it's going to hold the same vibration as a good luck shirt or whatever. So you want to keep in mind objects that you have around you. That's why they say certain objects can feel haunted, because they hold a lot of negative energy. So be careful of what objects you keep around you. That being said, again, I feel like I've said that a lot, so I'm sorry. We all have different ways to communicate and receive messages. We just don't often accept them. Sometimes the universe is screaming at us messages, but we don't want to understand them or accept them. This goes the same with spirits and loved ones. Sometimes we ask the universe for something and we push it away. Like maybe you really want a cake and someone gives you all the ingredients, or you have all the ingredients available to you to make said cake, but you don't do it because you get angry that you aren't just given the thing that you asked for. Well, that's unfortunately a part of the physical reaction and worldly elements here. The universe will do its best to give you what it can and give you all of the tools you need to make it happen, but you got to be able to do the work yourself. Like, basically, I give you all the homework and the opportunity here for free with me to start to grow and to take something away from this whole experience. But then there's people that I have had asking me for chakra courses for years, and they're not showing up. They're not doing the work. They're not putting in the time and effort. Obviously you are. You're here with me and you're on day 6, so I'm proud of you. So thank you. Thank you for getting the message. Thank you for following through. I appreciate it. But sometimes I'm just using that as an example. We're given everything we need to succeed, or we're giving exactly what we ask for, and we don't follow through. So when you say you want to make a change, or you say you want something and the universe gives you everything that you can to achieve it, you got to keep working forward. It's not going to just hand you everything. But again, I'm so proud of you all for actually showing up and using the tools that you're being given. Thank you. I also promised I would keep this short and sweet, so I'm hoping to save the rest for tomorrow. I have a lot to say for tomorrow's video, where we're going to talk about attachment and dreams. Dreams, again, can be very easily attached to the third eye. It's, again, a way that you receive messages. I get a lot of messages through my dreams. I connect with spirit through my dreams. I connect with my loved ones through my dreams. Sometimes people call me a dream walker because they say that I'll come to them in their dreams when they need a sign or a symbol, or sometimes if I need help, I'll go to people in my dreams. So you can do some really intense, cool things with your dreams. That's going to have to be a completely different course, because I'm not even going to be able to begin to touch on all of that tomorrow either. But I do want to give you your journal topics. So step 1, get your journal out. I want you to take a moment and think about what ways you receive messages. Are you clairaudient? Are you clairsentient? Are you clairvoyant, or something else? And why do you think this is? And I want you to not only write that down, but I want you to write a letter to the universe, or your angels, or your loved ones that have passed, whoever it is you want to communicate, your spirit guides, whatever, God, whatever it is that connects you to spirit the most. I'm okay with whatever terminology you use, just do the work. But I'm asking you to write a letter to them and giving them the signs and symbols or ways that you want to receive messages that will mean something to you as a reminder of joy and growth, or just that it's listening. So before I give you step 2, I have to share this story because it's such a cool story. So I did this a few weeks ago. I was called to tell the universe I needed a sign. I was having a really rough couple days. I had been thinking about what I wanted to offer the world again and how I wanted to offer it. And a few weeks ago, I grabbed a random notebook that was by my bed. My partner, Silo, he just put a random notebook by my bed. He was cleaning the house. I just brought some stuff over from my childhood home. So I didn't really look at the notebook. But I wrote in the notebook, just opened a random page, and I said, universe, I want you to give me a very specific sign that I cannot deny, that you are listening and that I'm on the right path. And it was actually when I began to write the outline for this little course or series here for you, and I was like, is this what I'm supposed to do? Am I supposed to offer this for free for everyone and just go forward with it? What do I even do with my life right now? Because I had just closed my shop. All of these things were happening. I wasn't even sure what kind of sign I wanted then. And you don't have to be very exact. You can just be open like this, that you want signs. I like to tell the universe what signs. But anyway, I knew that this sign would be deep within. I just know things, remember? So anyway, side story for a second. I have always wanted an all-white cat in my life. More so a kitten, but just in general, I've always thought all-white cats are beautiful. I don't know why. I know right now I can't raise a cat or have a cat that's all white in the sense that I would like to in my own home and whatnot, but I admire them. That being said, within 48 hours, there was an all-white cat in my yard, and it looked like it was trying to live under my porch. So instantly my heart was like, oh, the universe heard me. It heard that I wanted an all-white cat. I wonder if this is my sign. Well, within another day, I started thinking, but it's not a kitten. I kind of always wanted an all-white kitten. Come on, universe. If you're going to give me a cat, give me what I want. Well, the next day, that cat was under my porch with 5 babies. So I had an all-white kitten, several of them, living all under my porch. So the universe heard me and showed me all of these kittens and animals that I've just been loving. And to me, that was already a sign. I it to me was a sign that I could manifest my dreams. It was like, oh yeah, the universe heard me. I had already told like CeeLo and like friends, like one day I'll have an all-white cat. And like, even though I've seen this cat and I'm like, I know I can't take it in, to me it was my sign. Well, back to my original story, that random notebook, I went to look for it. Because I just felt like I wanted to look at that message and say, I wonder if this was my sign for sure. I kid you not. I wish I had it in this room with me. I should have brought it in. I wasn't expecting to hear the story right away, but that random notebook I had, on the cover of it, it was an old notebook from when I was a child. You know those Lisa Frank notebooks with the colorful creatures all over them? Well, this one had an all-white cat on it and 5 kittens. I could not believe it. To me, that was like, no freaking way. Like, the universe is like, here's your undeniable sign. You told me you wanted a sign, so here it is. So, to me, it wasn't a synchronicity. To you, it might be. Who knows, whatever. I just really wanted to share that story because, to me, it was very sure connections that the universe was listening, and it's what pushed me to be here with all of you, doing the things and showing up and providing this space. And it's been glorious. It's been magical, and I'm just so grateful you're here. So, okay, I'm sorry I had to share that side story. It's probably pushing my video length. Thank you for being here. It's just been blowing my mind. So anyway, step 2. First step, write a letter to the universe telling it how you want to receive messages or that you need a message and to make sure it's undeniable. Step 2, write about a time you've clearly already received a message through your intuition or other forms of spiritual communication. This could be something you heard, some sort of sign, symbol. Maybe you already have a way you communicate with the universe. Just tell it that you would like to receive more signs that way. Whatever. But write a letter to the universe talking about how you would like to communicate with it. That might be different for whoever is writing, so I hope you have fun with it. You can totally feel free to share ways that you connect with spirit in the discussion, but your bonus point is I want you to tell me how you're going to make an effort to listen to your intuition more. And if you can, share a picture that may inspire others or just something that's fun. It could be a quote, art, whatever. I'm just a very visual person, and I've been really loving seeing everybody's pictures and shares and things that you guys have been sharing. It makes it all way more fun, and I've been loving it. So again, thank you for showing up. Now get comfortable. Take a deep breath. I have had a lot of high energy because I just can't believe how much growth we've all had this week, and intuition is some of my favorite discussions, or is one of my favorite discussions to have with others. So finding our center. I want to meditate with all of you. So let's dive into this. Are you ready to open your third eye? As we take a deep breath. All right, well, here we go. We're going to take a nice deep breath, and we're going to find a comfortable position. We're going to be focusing on our inner world, as our third eye is our gateway to our wisdom, our intuition, our dreams, our visions, and most importantly, our spiritual communication. The third eye is an etheric organ of consciousness that lies directly between your 2 physical eyes. If you can, as you breathe and focus your energy, I want you to try to feel a nice little tingly sensation right in the middle of your forehead. Almost as if you're about to open your eyes for the first time after a nice long sleep. Now, without opening your physical eyes, I want you to just imagine kind of blinking your third eye right in the center of your forehead. I might even wiggle your eyebrows a little and just blink that third eye. And as you open that third eye, I want you to visualize a sacred space. What does your inner sacred space look like? Maybe it's a temple. Maybe it's just a very magical room. Or maybe it's nature. None of the above. Whatever's sacred for you. What does your sacred place look like? Keeping that third eye nice and wide. We're just going to hang out here in the sacred space for a moment. Hanging out in the sacred space, I want you to strengthen your mind by visualizing and recreating little details of this space around you. What does it look like? What does it feel like to be in this sacred space in your mind? Maybe even what it tastes like or sounds like. Something a little interesting, and within our meditation space we're going to meditate in deeper. So close that third eye for a moment and see even deeper into the depths of yourself. Take a nice breath in and out, releasing any expectation. Now I want you to be open to seeing or feeling whatever messages the universe has for you. If you're blank at first, that's okay. Try not to worry. Again, have no expectation. Just allow yourself to be here. If the universe is going to give you a message right here, right now, what would it be, if anything? Open to any sort of pictures, colors, feelings, or information. I do have a few affirmations for all of us today. Again, you can say them with me, or you can say them in your mind. First one is, my mind is strong, focused, and alert. My mind is strong, focused, and alert. I accept visions and messages from my higher self for the greater good. I accept visions and messages from my higher self for my greater good. accept the messages the universe has for me. I accept the messages that the universe has for me. You may still feel a tingle in your third eye or throughout your body. Really feel this energy as you allow your higher self to really connect with you again, allowing yourself to be open to more visions, dreams, and synchronicity to help guide you through your divine mission. You're not only working through emotions here with me, you're setting yourself up for success so that you can communicate with the universe around you, including your higher self, your higher power, your friends, your family, all of the power that is. Energy cannot be created or destroyed, so instead it is translated into ways we can understand it. As somebody who likes to share messages, and it seems like many of you like to share things that you've learned with others, you've brought your community along with you, and for that I'm grateful. Another affirmation I like to say is, universe, please guide me to who needs me. Please guide me in what needs said. Please protect me while I share these messages. And please guide me so I can honor what needs done. Now I'd like you to first begin wiggling that third eye again. Feel it blinking. And now you may begin to wiggle your toes and your fingers and open all three of your eyes right here with me in the present. And hopefully that third eye will stay open and you'll receive all of the divine messages that you need to succeed. So, I don't really know if this is any shorter than any of the others, but I tried. I just have so much useful information that I feel guided to channel and share with all of you. So I hope to see you in the discussion. I'm excited to hear about your messages and how you communicate with the universe and how you communicate with others in general. What is your Claire whatever superpower? I feel like we all have one. Some may be more in tune with it than others, but it's a process, and it's definitely a muscle that you can strengthen like other muscles and senses in your body. So until next time, I'm excited to see you in the discussion, and I can't believe tomorrow's the last day. Where did this week go? Well, if you are feeling pumped and you want more information on that 8-week course, it's coming up. So I'm excited to hopefully work with some of you. Till next time, stay awake, shine on always. Bye! Thanks for shining on with us.